Hello students, a very warm welcome to you once again. In our today's session, we will try to create a broad outline or a basic understanding of what exactly is the syllabus that we are having. How are we able to decide whether a topic is important from the current affairs perspective? How can we eliminate? How can we select? Whether you're reading an editorial that is this the right kind of a material for my optional preparations. The more better you understand the syllabus, the more better you will be able to scrutinize. So in today's session, we will be trying to discuss a detailed outlook of what exactly is the syllabus that we are having. I will be dividing my lecture into two parts. So one, we will be discussing the paper 1. In the next video, I will be discussing the paper 2. So let's just first try to see what is paper 1 all about. When the UPSC is trying to give us a new subject, they want to keep it as general as possible. So paper 1 can also be considered to be as the global perspective of sociology. You can say this is like a global sociology, this is like a world sociology, or it is also trying to establish a generalized view of the subject. And this particular paper, even if you're not coming from a sociological background, the way how the UPSC has designed the syllabus, it can also be considered to be as an elementary form of sociology, or it can also be called as essentials of sociology. The term which has been used in the paper, it is called to be as the fundamentals. So what is the name that we are having in the syllabus? Paper 1 is called as Fundamentals of Sociology. What does the word fundamental stands for? It means we are trying to look at this subject in a very essential manner. We are trying to understand the subject from the basic point of view, so we refer it also like elementary. We are trying to develop a very broad understanding of the society. It is a generalized opinion, and we mostly focus on the world global aspects. So this can be called as global sociology, world sociology. You will not be in specific talking about Indian society over here. Mostly you will be adherent to talk about the European view, and later we will also try to focus on the American societies as well. So we talk about European and American societies. So global, world, generalized, elementary, essentials, or the term that has been given in the syllabus, it is called as the fundamentals of sociology. Now let's try to discuss what is the paper 1 all about. In this complete paper, we are having in totality total number of 10 units. What is the first unit that we are having? So let me call that as the unit 1. The unit 1 is trying to look at the subject from a historical perspective, because whenever you try to deal with a new subject, you have got no idea. So what do we talk about? We first talk about a little bit of history. For example, see how the subject polity begins. Lakshmikant doesn't talk about preamble, articles, fundamental right. It first talks about some historical background. You are dealing with economy for the first time. They will talk about the economic view. Sorry, they talk about the historical view of the economic subject. So here, sociology will also be, excuse me. Here, sociology will also be done in a historical manner. The first unit that we are having is the sociology as the discipline. So, what is this first unit? Sociology as a discipline. It talks about the historical development of the subject. What is the meaning of the word modernity? What changes were happening in 15th century, 16th century of Europe, and finally in last 400, 500 years, it finally led to the emergence of sociology. So the first unit, we talk about the historical aspect. So let me just write it down. It's the historical view of the subject. Once the subject has been developed, in the second unit, we will be trying to understand that as the subject has been established, how this subject should be treated as. So the name of the unit is Sociology as Science. What really happened in 19th century, the earlier founding fathers, they were trying to label this subject like a scientific subject. Whereas after 40 years, the next group which started to come, the next group of researchers, they wanted to label this subject like not as science but arts. So there is a debate whether the sociology must be treated as a science subject or should it be dealt like an art subject. So the second unit, it talks about a debate which is there. It's a theoretical debate. What are all the different theories which are trying to prove it like science? This is also called as positivism. On the other hand, opposite, who are trying to prove it like arts. This is known as idealism. So second unit, it talks about sociology as science. In the third unit, we try to establish the subject not in the theoretical aspect. We try to establish the subject on the basis of some practicality, and the name of the unit is Research Method and Analysis. So I can say this particular unit is trying to establish the practical aspect. How to do a research? What are the different methods on the basis of which we can collect the data as well? The techniques of data collection. Is it a superficial research, which is called as quantitative? Is it an in-depth research, which is called as qualitative? What are the different concepts, variable, hypothesis, sampling, etc.? So unit 3, it talks about uh, it talks about research method and analysis. The most important unit that you are having in your paper 1 is unit 4, which is nothing but called to be as the social thinkers. In my opinion, this is the most important unit that we are having in the complete paper 1, because all the major theories that we are going to discuss, all the important contributors who are present, all of them are discussed together in this particular unit. So we talk about those social thinkers, such as what is the contribution which has been made by Karl Marx in the field of sociology. Who exactly is this French sociologist, Emile Durkheim? What exactly German sociologist Max Weber is trying to convey? Then there is an American sociologist, Talcott Parson. His student is also important, R.K. Merton. And there is not a sociologist, but he is a psychologist. But his contribution is relevant in the field of sociology. His name is George Herbert Mead. What did I write over here? I have written the names of all the 6 thinkers that we are having in the syllabus. The first one is Karl Marx. Second is Emile Durkheim. Third is Max Weber, Dalcott Parson, Robert Kingsley Merton, George Herbert Mead. So here the fourth unit talks about these thinkers, and then once we have understood those thinkers, now we want to understand how the society has been put in different kinds of segments. So we talk about different forms of stratifications that we are having. Excuse me, stratifications. So we deal with different kind of stratification, like how the society has been put in different segments. So once these stratifications are being created, and these stratas are not rigid, they're also flexible, and people are able to create some kind of displacements, how they are able to mobilize themselves. It talks about the mobility that we are having. So unit 5, it talks about stratifications and it talks about mobility. And then unit 6, unit 7, 8, 9 and unit 10. What are all these different segments? Basically, I want you to look at unit 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 all at once. We will be studying every one different systems or institutions. For example, unit 6 is associated with dealing of the economic systems, how the social life has been created. Excuse me. It talks about economy and society. The unit 7, it tries to understand the aspect of polity and society. The unit 8, it is trying to understand the element of religion and how it is creating an impact on the society. The unit 9 is trying to focus on the family system. Instead of using the word family, we see the word is kinship. So we talk about kinship and sociology, and the unit 10, it talks about different kinds of social changes which is there in the modern society. So what exactly are we looking at? We are seeing the syllabus, it can be divided into three different segments. And what are these segments? The unit 1, 2, 3, all of them, it can be put together. This can be considered to be as, this is not there in the syllabus, but I want you to see it like this. The unit 1, 2, 3, all of them are like A section. It talks about the historical aspect, the development of theoretical phenomena, and the development of practical areas. The unit 4 and 5, it talks about the foundational aspect, thinkers. What is the meaning of thinkers? These are basically some philosophers, these are like social scientists, and how do they talk about society brought into different segments? We use the word stratification and mobility, and then we are having different systems that we are going to study. These are called to be as the systems or institutions. So we talk about economy and political system, religion and kinship. And then what is the role of education and technology? We try to understand these elements. So the paper 1, it has got 10 units. What are these 10 units? They are right in front of you. Take a look at them. This is the overall outline. It is like a broad outline that we are trying to establish for the given subject. So that's it in my today's session. How do we understand paper 2? We will see that in our next video. Till then, have a good day.